Take a look at this cucumber trellis. The plants are strong, the leaves are lush green, and they are absolutely loaded with fruit, the kind of healthy growth that makes all the difference to a home garden. The secret behind this thriving trellis is just one simple ingredient that many people often throw away without a second thought: natural wood ash. It sits in the fireplace or the fire pit and gets swept into the trash, when in reality it can become one of the most useful things you add to your garden beds. In this video, I will walk you through exactly how to use it properly so that you can support stronger flowering and better fruit development in your own cucumber plants, step by step, from soil preparation all the way to watering. Before getting into the ash itself, it helps to understand what a struggling plant is trying to tell you. Overall, this particular cucumber plant is still growing well, with a strong stem and plenty of healthy new growth pushing out at the top. However, if you look closer at the older leaves, you will notice uneven coloring across the surface. The areas between the veins appear lighter, almost pale, while the veins themselves remain a deeper green. This pattern is a classic sign that nutrient uptake is not happening as efficiently as it should be, and it is worth paying attention to rather than ignoring. At this stage in the plant's life, I choose to focus not only on watering on a regular schedule, but also on actively improving the soil environment around the roots, because better soil conditions make it much easier for the roots to absorb the nutrients that are already present. Before I even start the soil improvement process, there is a bit of housekeeping to do first. I always clear away the weeds growing around the base of the plant, taking care to remove them fully rather than just trimming them back. Doing this reduces competition for water and nutrients, and it creates a more open, favorable space for the roots to spread out and develop without interference from nearby weeds stealing resources. Once that area around the base has been cleared and tidied up, I move on to spreading a ring of well-composted manure around the plant, positioning it roughly 4 to 6 inches away from the main stem. Keeping that distance is important, because it places the nutrients close enough to the active root zone where they can actually be absorbed, while still keeping the manure safely away from direct contact with the stem itself. It is worth repeating that you should only ever use manure that has been fully composted and broken down. Good compost should be dark in color, crumbly in texture, completely free of any strong or unpleasant odors, and no longer warm to the touch, since heat is a sign that decomposition is still actively happening. Well-composted manure like this adds valuable organic matter to the soil, improves the overall soil structure, and creates the kind of favorable underground conditions that encourage healthy root development. Once that soil foundation has been properly improved with the manure, I then add a small, carefully measured amount of natural wood ash on top. This ash provides important minerals such as potassium and calcium, both of which play a key role in supporting the plant as it moves through its flowering stage and begins developing fruit. I evenly spread about 20 to 30 grams of natural wood ash around the base, which works out to roughly 2 heaping tablespoons, distributing it over the same area as the composted manure. This amount is more than enough to provide additional minerals for the plant, while still helping to maintain a healthy overall balance in the soil, without tipping things too far in one direction. After the ash has been spread, I gently loosen the top layer of soil to a shallow depth of about 3 to 5 centimeters, or roughly 1 to 2 inches. The goal here is simply to help the wood ash, the organic manure, and the surface soil blend together naturally, not to dig deeply or aggressively. It is important to avoid digging too deep, since doing so can easily disturb the shallow, delicate root system that cucumber plants tend to develop near the surface. Finally, once everything has been mixed in, I water the plant immediately after applying these amendments. The water plays an important role, helping the soluble compounds from the wood ash gradually move down into the soil, while also helping the organic manure retain the moisture that beneficial microorganisms need in order to stay active and continue their work breaking down nutrients for the plant. A few important warnings are worth keeping in mind here. Only ever use natural wood ash, and be sure to avoid any ash that comes from coal, plastic, or chemically treated wood, since these can introduce harmful substances into your soil. It is also important not to overuse wood ash in general, because too much of it can significantly alter the soil pH over time. Apply only a moderate amount at any given time, and pay close attention to how the plant responds before adding more. After monitoring the plants over a period of time using the simple approach, the results speak for themselves. The plants have maintained healthy green leaves, continued flowering steadily, and produce many young fruits along the vine. What I appreciate most about this whole process is how simple, affordable, and completely natural materials, things many people would otherwise throw away, can be used so effectively to support strong, productive plants. Thank you for watching. I wish you a thriving garden of your own, and I will see you in the next video.